Alright guys, we're going to get started with our RESTful API. So let's go ahead and create our Laravel backend by doing composer, create project, Laravel slash Laravel, and then we're going to call this item API. Alright, and while that's going on, we'll go ahead and edit our virtual hosts and do all that stuff. So let's go to our Apache folder and then conf extra and then the vhost file. Okay, and we're going to I'm going to copy this, and this is going to go to htdocs slash item API slash public, and then for the server name that's going to be item API.dev. Alright, we'll save that. Then let's go ahead and open up Notepad as an administrator. Okay, and where is it? Okay, we're going to open up our host file. And let's see, we're just going to go on the next line here and do 127.0.0.1 and then item API.dev. And we'll save that and close it up. Alright, let's add that to Atom. Okay, that's still going. And while we're waiting, we might as well create our database. So I'm going to go to phpMyAdmin, and we'll just call this item API, and we should be good to go. Alright, so let's go ahead and create our controller. So we're going to cd into item API, and we're going to do php artisan, and let's do make controller, and we're going to call this items controller, and we just want to add on the end here -- resource, because we're going to need most of the resource functions. So we want index, we want update, store, all that stuff. So let's go ahead and run that, and then what we want to do is create our models or model. So we'll do php artisan make model item, and then we're going to add -m so that we can create the migration file as well. Alright, so let's go and add our database parameters in the .env file. So the database name is going to be item API. I'm going to put my username and my password. Okay, we'll save that. Now we have to go to the app service provider, which is in app providers and then app service provider, and then right here we're just going to say use illuminate / support / facades / schema. Actually, these should be uppercase, that F and this S. Alright, and then in the boot function we're going to do schema default string length, and we're going to set that to 191. Alright, you might not have to do this, depend on when you're watching this. Alright, so let's go ahead and save that, and we should be all set to run our migrations. Actually, we need to edit the migration first. So we'll go to database migrations and then go to create items table, and this is going to be very, very simple. All we're going to have is a text field and a body field, because the main purpose of this isn't to build some awesome API, it's to show you how, and I want to just make the actual resource as simple as possible. So we'll have text and string, and this will be for body. Alright, so let's save it, and then we'll go and run php artisan migrate. Alright, let's go look at the database, and you can see we have our items table here, structure. Alright, now as far as routes go, I'm going to go to the web.php, and then we're going to add a resource route here. So let's say route resource, and then I want the route to actually be API/items. Okay, and then we're going to set that to the items controller, and we'll save it. So that should be all we need to do in here. So let's close that up, and then we'll go to our controller, items controller. And basically what we want to be able to do is make a request to itemapi.dev/API/items. Okay, we want to be able to make a GET request to that route and have it reach in and get us the items from the database. Actually, you know what? This should be working. Items API.dev. Oh, you know what? We never restarted Apache. I think that's what's wrong here. So let's go ahead and do that. Nope, that didn't work either. Alright, so can we go to the home page at least? Nope. Oh, there we go. It's item API. Alright, so /API/items, and we get nothing, which is what it should give us. Now it's calling the index function in the items controller. So what we want to do here in the index is we want to grab all of the items and output them as JSON. Okay, we're not working with views here because this is just the back end. So what we'll do is say items equals item all. Okay, actually we need to bring in app/item. Need to bring in the model, and then we're getting all of them, and instead of returning a view, we're going to say return response, and we want it to be formatted as JSON, and then we want to just pass in the items. Alright, so if we reload this, we're going to get an empty array because there's nothing in the database. So let's go to PHPMyAdmin and go ahead and just insert some stuff here. So let's say text will be item 1, body will just say this is item 1, and then we'll put in item 2, this is item 2. Alright, and now if we go back to that page and reload, you can see we get the stuff from the database. Now we can make a simple GET request in the browser, but if we want to make other types of requests, we need some kind of client, okay, because we're not using forms or anything. So what we're going to grab is a utility called Postman, and it's actually a Chrome extension. So right here, alright, and we're going to go ahead and just say add to Chrome, add app. And it's a standalone app that's built on Electron, which is actually a framework to build desktop apps with JavaScript. So it's really cool. Alright, we'll click Postman, and that should open up. And I'm just going to say take me straight to the app, and this is the interface. Alright, so we should be able to make a GET request just like we did here. So I'm just going to grab the URL, put that in here, and we want GET, but you can see we can choose all different types of requests. And if we say send, it's going to grab that data for us. Alright, so we're returning all the items from the database. Now if we want to be able to get a single item, then that's going to come from the show method, which is right here. So what we can do is we'll say item, and we'll set this to the model, and then find, pass in the ID, and then we can do the same thing we did up here and return the response as JSON. Alright, we just want to take the S off so it's item. Alright, and then we'll go back to Postman and we'll just say /1 and make that request, and it gives us that single item. Okay, if we do 2, it gives us item 2. If we were to do 3, we're going to get nothing because there isn't any item with the ID of number 3. Alright, so GET requests are very easy. So what we're going to do in the next video is make it so that we can make a post request through Postman and actually add data through the API, through the back end, into the database.